Guys, I know I said I'd go back into Proverbs tonight, and I know it's really late now, so some people probably aren't really up, so you'll see this tomorrow. But donating blood just wore me out today. I felt great, but it wore me out. So I needed some downtime to lay down and just drink a lot of water, like the nurse told me to do. But we're getting into our study. I know I said we were going to go over chapters 4 and 5 because chapter 4 is too short. But I think 5 is too short too. So we're going to go over 6 as well. And hopefully tomorrow we can get into 7 and 8. And so hopefully 7 and 8 tomorrow. And eventually we're going to get to our I Survive story. But let's get started on chapter 4 of Proverbs. And it says a father's wise advice. My children, listen when your father corrects you. The Hebrew translation is my sons. Pay attention and learn good judgment, for I am giving you good guidance. Don't turn away from my instructions, for I too was once my father's son, tenderly loved as my mother's only child. My father taught me, take my words to heart, follow my commands, and you will live. Well, I think that's an important verse. Follow my commands and you will live. Get wisdom, develop good judgment. Don't forget my words or turn away from them. Don't turn your back on wisdom, for she will protect you. Right? Love her and she will guard you. So he's still speaking about wisdom. Getting wisdom is the wisest thing you can do. And whatever else you do, develop good judgment. If you prize wisdom, she will make you great. Embrace her and she will honor you. She will place a lovely wreath on your head. She will present you with a beautiful crown. My child, and the Hebrew translation is my son, but it says, my child, listen to me and do as I say, and you will have a long, good life. I will teach you wisdom's ways and lead you in straight paths. When you walk, you won't be held back. When you run, you won't stumble. Take hold of my instructions, don't let them go. Guard them, for they are the key to life. Don't do as the wicked do, and don't follow the path of evildoers. Don't even think about it. Don't go that way. All right? And I think that's a really good verse as well, because sometimes we might think about something and then we end up doing it because we were thinking about it. So it says here, don't even think about it. Turn away and keep moving, for evil people can't sleep until they've done their evil deed for the day. They can't rest until they've caused someone to stumble. I like that verse too because I used to know somebody like that. Like, you ever know somebody that just aggravates you because they want you to do the wrong thing? And to them it's funny. To them it's a big joke and a game. But says they eat the food of wickedness and drink the wine of violence. The way of the righteous is like the first gleam of dawn, which shines ever brighter until the full light of day. But the way of the wicked is like total darkness. They have no idea what they are stumbling over. My child, pay attention to what I say. Listen carefully to my words. Don't lose sight of them. Let them penetrate deep into your heart, for they bring life to those who find them and healing to the whole body, to their whole body. Nice. Guard your heart above all else, for it determines the course of your life. Avoid all perverse talk. Stay away from corrupt speech. Look straight ahead and fix your eyes on what lies before you. Mark out a straight path for your feet. Stay on the safe path. Don't get sidetracked. Keep your feet from following evil. And that reminds me of something that happened to me a few weeks ago. I was trying to get something. I was trying to go grocery shopping, and I don't have a car, so I had to walk to where I needed to go. And somebody was trying to get me in his car, and I knew that if I got in his car, something bad would happen to me. So I thought about I didn't think about this verse, but I thought about the concept of don't get sidetracked, Um, and I probably wouldn't be here today if I had gotten in his car. But so basically, don't get sidetracked. Keep your feet from following evil. Chapter 5 is called Avoid Immoral Women. Now, it doesn't say, a specific label, or a cuss word. It says avoid immoral women. So let's get into that. My son, pay attention to my wisdom. Listen carefully to my wise counsel. Then you will show discernment, and your lips will express what you've learned. For the lips of an immoral woman are as sweet as honey, and her mouth is smoother than oil. But in the end, she is as bitter as poison. Nice, bitter as poison. As dangerous as a double-edged sword. Her feet go down to death. Her steps lead straight to the grave. All right. For she cares nothing about the path to life. She staggers down a crooked trail and doesn't realize it. That could be anybody, like when we don't know Jesus, when we don't know God, we're staggering down a crooked trail and we don't realize it. So now, my sons, listen to me. Never stray from what I am about to say. Stay away from her. Don't go near the door of her house. If you do, you will lose your honor and will lose to merciless people all you have achieved. Strangers will consume your wealth, and someone else will enjoy the fruit of your labor. I think this can apply to internet scams too, because there's some guys online that they're lured by a woman to her place, and this could be another country, it could be anywhere, and they end up losing everything because waiting inside her home is like some other people that are going to rob the guy. So, in the end, you will groan in anguish when disease consumes your body. Right. So, if you're not careful about who you spend your time with, you can get really sick. You will say, "How I hated discipline. If only I had not ignored all the warnings. Oh, why didn't I listen to my teachers? Why didn't I pay attention to my instructors? I have come to the brink of utter ruin. And now I must face public disgrace." All right. Drink water from your own well. Share your love only with your wife. Okay. All right. Let's see. The Hebrew is drink water from your own cistern. Flowing water from your own well. All right. Why spill the water of your streams in the streets? Okay. Having intercourse with just anyone, you know. You should reserve it for yourselves. Never share it with strangers. I agree. It's important to keep the marital bed holy. Let your wife be a fountain of blessing for you. Rejoice in the wife of your youth. She is a loving deer, a graceful doe. Let her chest satisfy you always. This is another word here, but this is a kids channel, so I'm not, this is like a teenage Bible study, young adult Bible study, but I'm still gonna edit stuff because I don't. Okay, may you always be captivated by her love. Why be captivated, my son, by an immoral woman, or touch a loose woman? For the Lord sees clearly what a man does, examining every path he takes. An evil man is held captive by his own sins. They are ropes that catch and hold him. He will die for lack of self-control. He will be lost because of his great foolishness. And this is really true. I mean, this can really be applied to real life. This really does happen. Like, people sleep with people they barely know and they get diseases like HIV and they die. Like, they literally die, So when the Bible says you can die from sin, it's not playing. You really can die from sin. And a lot of people will make fun of it and, oh, it's a dumb book, I'm going to do whatever I want, and okay, God tried to warn you in here, but you didn't listen. So after that, there's nothing he can do for you besides comfort you in your dying days if you turn to him after all of this. But let's get into chapter 6 now, and this will be the last chapter for tonight. Lessons for daily life. My child, Hebrew is my son. If you have put up security for a friend's debt or agreed to guarantee the debt of a stranger, if you have trapped yourself by your agreement and are caught by what you said, follow my advice and save yourself, for you have placed yourself at your friend's mercy. Now swallow your pride, go and beg to have your name erased. Don't put it off, do it now. Don't rest until you do. Save yourself like a gazelle escaping from a hunter, like a bird fleeing from a net. Take a lesson from the ants, you lazy bones. Learn from their ways and become wise. Though they have no prince or governor or ruler to make them work, they labor hard all summer, gathering food for the winter. But you, lazy bones, how long will you sleep? When will you wake up? A little extra sleep, a little more slumber, a little folding of the hands to rest. Then poverty will pounce on you like a bandit. Scarcity will attack you like an armed robber. What are the worthless and wicked people like? They are constant liars, signaling their deceit with a wink of the eye, a nudge of the foot, or the wiggle of fingers. It's not funny. I'm just laughing because I actually know people like this. Sorry. Their perverted hearts plot evil, and they constantly stir up trouble. Yep. But they will be destroyed suddenly, broken in an instant, beyond all hope of healing. There are 6 things the Lord hates. No, 7 things he detests. Haughty eyes, a lying tongue, hands that kill the innocent, a heart that plots evil, feet that race to do wrong, a false witness who pours out lies, a person who sows discord in a family. My son, obey your father's commands, and don't neglect your mother's instruction. Keep their words always in your heart, tie them around your neck. When you walk, their counsel will lead you. When you sleep, they will protect you. Those are good verses. I'm just going to highlight this whole Bible. When you wake up, they will advise you. This whole book of Proverbs. For their command is a lamp and their instruction is a light. Their corrective discipline is the way of life. It will keep you from the immoral woman, from the smooth tongue of a loose woman. Don't lust for her beauty. Don't let her coy glances seduce you. For a loose woman will bring you to poverty. And another way this is true, besides, paying for the services, is the fact that if you do get diseases, you have to pay all these medical bills. If you don't have Medicaid or some sort of government assistance helping you, you have all these medical bills from all the diseases and things this person gave you. But sleeping with another man's wife will cost you your life. Can a man scoop a flame into his lap and not have his clothes catch on fire? I love that. Can he walk on hot coals and not blister his feet? So it is with the man who sleeps with another man's wife. He who embraces her will not go unpunished. Excuses might be found for a thief who steals because he is starving, but if he is caught, he must pay back 7 times what he stole, even if he has to sell everything in his house. But the man who commits adultery is an utter fool, for he destroys himself. He will be wounded and disgraced. His shame will never be erased, for the woman's jealous husband will be furious. And he will show no mercy when he takes revenge. He will accept no compensation, nor be satisfied with a payoff of any prize. All right, and then there's the chart I showed you guys earlier, people called wise in the Bible. 12 significant people in the Bible were called wise. We can look up to these people. So I'm not going to read the scriptures for all this, but I am going to tell you about the people that were called wise. There was Joseph, Moses, Bezalel, I never heard of him before, Joshua, Samuel, David, Abigail, Solomon, Daniel, wise men, Paul, and Christ. So in our next reading tomorrow, hopefully I'm up to it tomorrow and I'm not as wore out as I was today. Chapter 7 is going to be about another warning about immoral women. And then wisdom calls for a hearing, chapter 8. So more about wisdom. And that's what we're going to do. I think we're going to stop after those two chapters because those two aren't really that short. But and then once we get to 9 and 10, we'll have our survived story and we'll go from there. But I really hope you're enjoying this book. I like Proverbs. Psalms is okay. It's just kind of long for me. And once you get to Psalm 19, Psalm 119, that's really long. I love you guys. Thank you for coming and watching this. God bless all of you. And take care. And, even if you don't believe in God or you don't believe in Jesus, okay, that's your personal belief. But I still think the Bible has some good sayings anyone can live by, regardless. But take care and have a good night.